Welcome back, focused learners. Today, we're doing a deep dive into some truly profound source material. We are stepping back thousands of years to examine what just might be the most powerful source code ever written for the human mind, the Satipaṭṭhāna Sutta. If you've ever felt like your mind is running on buggy, completely outdated software, well, this ancient text is the ultimate mental algorithm. It's perfectly designed to clear your cache, remove the malware of suffering, and completely upgrade your entire operating system. Okay, let's dive right into this. Listen to this powerful quote directly from the Buddha. This is the one-way path for the purification of beings, for the surmounting of sorrow and lamentation. What's genuinely fascinating here is the absolute certainty of that claim. The text isn't presenting some vague, nice-to-have philosophy. It's presenting a guaranteed absolute blueprint for ending suffering. It is a direct promise.
So here's our roadmap for this explainer. We'll start with the one path. Then we'll observe the body, feelings, and mind. After that, we'll observe dhammas, break down the Four Noble Truths, and finally, we'll look at the ultimate results.
Section 1. The One Path to Peace.
You know, we hear mindfulness tossed around so much today, usually as a vague wellness buzzword. But the source material frames it as a very strict algorithm. The crucial thing to understand is Satipaṭṭhāna, the Four Foundations of Mindfulness, and it requires three specific things to work: ardent effort, clear comprehension, and unwavering mindfulness. The goal here isn't just to relax. It's a highly systematic framework for observing reality exactly as it is, all to entirely eliminate worldly attachments and distress.
Section 2. Foundation 1. Observing body. Before we can even begin to understand the abstract mind, we really have to master the physical hardware we're walking around in. The text breaks this down into precise, honestly kind of radical physical contemplations. We've got breathing, observing our postures, maintaining clear comprehension in every mundane action, analyzing the 32 impure parts of the body, breaking ourselves down into the 4 elements, and finally the 9 cemetery stages. This is a totally unfiltered, deeply objective look at our own biology.
Let's look really closely at the breathing instructions. The text reads, "When breathing out long, he knows I breathe out long. When breathing in short, he knows I breathe in short." It's beautifully rhythmic, isn't it? The Buddha actually compares this to a skilled lathe worker making a long turn or a short turn. You are simply tracking the breath with absolute mechanical precision to build up your core foundation. But the algorithm quickly gets a lot more intense, with 2 highly graphic metaphors used to completely deconstruct the illusion of a solid self. First, you observe the 32 parts of the body, things like hair, liver, and blood, like you're untying a bag of diverse grains and sorting them all out. Next, you observe the body as just 4 elements: earth, water, fire, and wind. It's exactly like a butcher dividing a cow into pieces at a crossroads. We are breaking the whole down into its raw component parts. And then we reach the 9 cemetery stages. Now, don't shy away from this. The text forces the mind to contemplate a corpse abandoned in a charnel ground. First, it's swollen in glue. Then, it's eaten by crows and scavengers. And finally, it's reduced to scattered white bones and dust. By continuously reminding ourselves, my body is of the exact same nature, it will be like that, we absolutely force our operating system to accept the ultimate reality of impermanence. Section 3, Foundations 2 and 3, Feelings and Mind. Now we transition into observing the internal and visible data streams. For feelings, or Vedana, the algorithm asks us to be incredibly objective. We just label the sensory data as it comes in. Is it pleasant? Is it unpleasant, or is it neutral? Furthermore, the text asks us to observe if this feeling has an sammas, meaning a worldly attachment, or if it is unworldly. You simply watch the data flow in and out without getting tangled up in it. And the exact same binary approach applies to observing the mind, or citta. Is the mind currently experiencing lust, or is it without lust? Is there hate, or no hate? Is the mind distracted, or is it concentrated? Is it liberated or unliberated? You basically become the ultimate, perfectly neutral observer of your own internal states.
Section 4, Foundation 4, Observing Dhammas.
We've now entered the absolute deepest level of the code. The Sutta breaks Dhammas down into dense scriptural lists, because, let's be honest, ancient scholars loved a good list. These act as the underlying programs running our cognitive processing. We have to carefully observe the 5 hindrances, the 5 aggregates of clinging, the 6 internal and external sense bases, and the 7 factors of awakening. To optimize the system, we first have to identify the viruses. These are the 5 hindrances. 1. Sense desire. 2. Ill will. 3. Sloth and torpor. 4. Restlessness and worry. And 5. Doubt. The text instructs the practitioner to know when these bugs are present, know when they are absent, know how they arise, and crucially, know exactly how to uninstall them so they never, ever return. Once those bugs are cleared out, you install the ultimate system optimization tools, the 7 factors of awakening. You observe the presence of mindfulness, the investigation of phenomena, energy, joy, tranquility, concentration, and equanimity. The algorithm directs you to bring every single one of these factors to complete fulfillment. Section 5. The core, the 4 noble truths. This brings us to the very core of observing the Dhammas. The sheer structural logic of the 4 noble truths is perfect cause and effect. Truth 1 identifies the problem, suffering, or dukkha, which encompasses birth, aging, death, and just not getting what one wants. Truth 2 identifies the exact origin of that problem. Truth 3 is the profound realization that the problem can be completely stopped. And truth 4, that's the exact path to stop it. So what actually is the root cause? The text zeroes right in on craving, or tanha. This is the origin of suffering. It is the mechanism that finds delight in sensory objects, sights, sounds, smells, tastes, touches, and thoughts, across all 6 sense bases. This craving is exactly what binds us to the endless cycle of birth, aging, and distress. To execute the cessation of that craving, you must run the code of the Noble Eightfold Path. This encompasses right view, right resolve, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, which is exactly what we've been covering today, and right concentration. It's a complete, holistic lifestyle and cognitive redesign. Section 6. Results of cultivating mindfulness. So what is the actual payoff for putting yourself through this relentless mental observation? Well, the Buddha outlines a very specific timeline. He says if anyone cultivates these 4 foundations for 7 years, they can expect ultimate results. But then he dramatically reduces it. Let alone 7 years, how about 6 years? Down to 1 year. Let alone 1 year, 7 months. Let alone 7 months, half a month. Finally, he states that perfect execution of this framework can yield ultimate results in as little as 7 days. Just 7 days. And what are those guaranteed outcomes? The text promises 2 explicit results. Number 1, arahantship, which means final, complete knowledge and enlightenment right here in the present life. Or number 2, if there's still some trace of clinging remaining, you achieve the status of a non-returner. This is an absolute guarantee built directly into the source material. We've just unpacked an ancient blueprint that systematically deconstructs reality to completely eliminate suffering. So I'm going to leave you with this final thought. If the ultimate algorithm to upgrade your mind and achieve total peace has been sitting there for thousands of years and can take as little as 7 days of perfect execution, when are you going to start running the code?